All right, folks, we got a hose bib right here with a leak. Clear all this water out. We're going to dig all this out. We're going to find our problem and we're going to fix it. This could be an easy repair. It could also be a little hard. So come along. Let's get to fixing. First thing, let's just get all this water out of here. We've got some conduit in here. We've got some other little lines we got to be careful of. You want to get lower than your pipe. That way you have somewhere for your water to go. Get all this water out of here and see how the pipe runs. All right, we're down to hose clamps. That is like a three-way connection right there that we are going to have to change out, do something with. A little bit of root right there. Get that out of my way. These little saws are awesome for anything. PVC mainly, but roots, perfect. Okay, I'm going to cut this out. Luckily, my friend Bob knew where the water shutoff was, and we were able to kill that right there. I only brought a little baby pair of channel locks, but this will work. Yeah, you can see this is really loose right here. These bands, we're going to have to do something different there. It's times like this that make me wish I had some snips with me, because getting these little clamps off would have been much easier with a pair. Yeah, there we go. Got one off. So it's not going to be an easy way to get this out of here, because a lot of these barb fittings these days are screw type. And I'm pretty sure that this one is going to be no exception. It looks like it's the same manufacturer. So we're going to do a little chopping. And we can just unscrew that right out of there. See that? I love this screw style of stuff, but sometimes you got to improvise a little bit. I mean, splitting that fitting, if you had an oscillating tool, this would have been a lot quicker, but still, really, this didn't even take me 5 minutes. We're gonna go hunting for a little piece of pipe real quick. Knew we had some around here somewhere. Some 1-inch thin wall poly pipe. Always spin while you're cutting. Nice thing about this style is that you really can just twist it on. Yeah, I'm gonna need a heat gun for this next part. I'm sure of that. That's on there. Grab my 11-in-1. Be able to just nut driver these. So we're gonna go one worm clamp each way to secure that down. And we're gonna pop 2 more on here. It's gonna look crazy, but it's gonna work really well. Okay, so that's in there as far as it'll go, and then we're still able to adjust it where we need to. We're not gonna tighten these up yet until we get this whole assembly put in place. Before you begin this process, put your clamps on. You could do it afterwards, but take a lot longer. When you put these on, you want to put them on one going one way, one going the other. So in my mind, the easiest way to do this is going to be to plug this side in first. So we can get this plugged in, and then we can push this one in afterwards. And this whole thing will set up in place. We can tighten it up, and then we can put our hose bit back on. Don't melt your pipe, just get it heated. It's starting to get a little soft. You can tell it's going to get pliable. And that's just gonna slide right in place. All right, that's awesome. Pop that in place. And there we go. That is hooked up. And now we can start putting all these clamps in place. We're gonna put some Teflon on. This thin stuff, well, we're going till the end. I say 5-7 wraps, something along those lines. I like to work it all into the threads. You always want to leave the first thread off. You don't want to get any Teflon in there. You don't want to have like a lip of Teflon on here and block flow or anything like that. Getting that screwed down on there. Let's go around one more time. When you're going into plastic, you do not want to over tighten this. You don't want to split that fitting. We're able to move this still because we haven't tightened that 90 down. We get this to where it's straight up and down, looking good. We could tighten this in place. And we can go slowly turn the water back on. Okay, crack that just a little bit. So we got to try to tighten up these two on this line going uphill. I see a drip right there. We'll open this up the rest of the way. Test that one more time. Yeah, there's nothing now. Good. It's been dry for a little bit. Now, with that being done, I like to just turn on a little bit of water, and I'm going to start filling this hole back up a little bit. So he's just going to have to put a little bit more topsoil on this. And once this settles down, this ground is going to get really, it'll get compacted, it'll get hard, and then that piece of pipe ain't going to move anymore. All right, so there we go. My friend Bob had this leak, come over, hooked him up. Me helping him hopefully is helping a bunch more people in return. That's what I love about posting on social media, is that this will help more people than just me and Bob. I'm grateful for everybody that watches and gives comments and like just enjoys the content or has been helped out in some way. Thank you folks very much, and we'll see you again real soon.